Welcome, office hours for July 27th, 2023. Hey, Kavita. Hey, Angela. Good to see you guys. How is everything going? Anybody have a question you want to kick us off with, or something you need support on? And if not, we'll just give it a minute. We'll let people hop on. Oh, there's Kavita. Good to see you. How's it going?
Hi, my recorder is faster than me.
Oh, awesome. Nice. Just getting started. Anybody have a question you want to get us kicked off with? Kavita, you got anything you want to start with? Looks like Angela's just getting herself set up and getting
first,
pressure, but not to put you on the spot.
okay. Well, first of all, I appreciate when I do get to come on these calls because it helps me to recenter myself to the focus of what I want to do in the platform. And you got to have a thin line between all the fancy possibilities and I need to get these things done as well. So that happens.
Right. So true. Yeah. And we got a lot of fancy possibilities. Like they just keep coming. So
brilliant. I love it. But I'm glad because that was the thing in the past. When you looked at platforms in the past, it was but they're just rigid and stuck into this one way of this is how things get done. But what if you want to grow the business and you want to do additional things? What happens? So I'm so glad a lot more, people and platforms are doing it that way. And I love that I saw that the app might happen anytime soon. So that's even more
hopefully
exciting.
August. Yeah.
Yes. That's amazing. Because that's one of the things that my clients would enjoy the most about the program. Like if they can go on an app and just use it and do their things, they're more like it.
Yeah. What do you think is going to be most helpful for them about that? What do you think is really, really going to be useful
So for my clients, getting that app and putting it on their phone where they're opening it and it's top of mind because they unlock their phone and they put that app on the first page, helps them to go in there. And some of the programs that I've built is there to help them with accountability and consistency. So of course, if they're not thinking about the platform or thinking about the thing and they got distracted, then it kind of defeats the purpose. So the app would be such a beautiful blessing for them. And then the fact that they don't need to feel locked in with their computers as well. I need to sit down and do these things. So that freedom and mobility is something that they're looking forward to. And they also know if I'm choosing something, I wouldn't choose a platform that doesn't promise an app. So because of their behavior and I'm like, yeah, and it's going to happen. So that's some of the exciting things on my end with that. Just the whole thing, one of the reasons I chose you guys' platform for this as well is because for me, experiences have always been an important aspect of my work. We can preach all day long, but you need to live it. So, how do I create the experience? And that's why, even though it's, the course model, I love the gamified version of things. I actually teach people that about a game of life, like we're in this sort of
Mhm.
thing. Think of yourself as an avatar, think of yourself as the one controlling. These are the different options you have. This is how the spiritual principles play out. This is like the whole, everything. So it's really cool when they get to come in and just enjoy the process, where sometimes I'm like, okay, I can create a space where it's just you. You don't need to worry about the whole group and manage the feelings of everybody in that group. Don't do that. Focus on you. Or sometimes we can go over here and we can have a group experience as well. So those are some beautiful things that I've used personally on the platform to help with my clients.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for sharing, Kavita. And that's really cool and just helpful to hear about your thoughts about the app and how it's really going to be helpful to you. Welcome, guys. Those of you who just hopped on, we're just talking about a couple things, what's going to be especially helpful about the app coming, and also just that idea of having it top of mind for your students and how to really incorporate everything. So that is awesome. Thank you, Kavita. Anything you're needing support with or help with, or?
Give me a few minutes. I just hopped off my
Absolutely.
other phone, so I'll get my thoughts together.
You bet. Yeah. Let's check in with who else is here and see what questions we got. And looks like Doris has a question. How you doing, Doris? Go ahead and pop yourself off mute if you want to go ahead and share.
Okay. I'm doing a 5-day challenge for the first time.
Yep.
So rather, because of my topic, which is consciousness, personal consciousness,
Awesome.
it's not something people know about. So I'm trying to use a 5-day challenge to really get them started with using Xperiencify. Are there any suggestions or tutorials that you would? I couldn't find anything that talks about setting up challenges.
We've got a help doc on setting up challenges.
Okay.
Let me pop that in. And anything in particular that you are having questions on or wanting support with? I know we talked over the desk, Doris, about having the timing of the content for each day. Just pop
Right. So that I don't have to go in and change it every day. That it's automatically set up to disappear and appear.
Yep, you can do that with the customizing the content.
Oh, that was you, huh? That I heard from. Okay.
What's that?
That was you that responded to that question.
Yeah, that was me. Yeah. So you can just customize the visibility of each content block, set it up to show from Friday to Saturday only, and then set up the next block Saturday to Sunday, and so on, and it'll automatically appear and disappear as they move through the course. So yeah,
well, I'm using everything I learned in setting up a course to do everything. So it's not that I have questions about what I've done so far, but I'm thinking, are there things I don't know or might want to explore? So that's why if you've got some additional material or tutorials, I could read it. Maybe there's some more ideas I don't have.
Yeah, check out the help doc that I just popped in the comments here.
I see it there.
And
yes.
maybe other people have suggestions they want to throw in as well from running their own challenges. Let me check in and get some other questions. And if anybody has just suggestions for Doris on what you've had, what you found helpful about running a challenge, please feel free to pop in or drop it in the comments, and let's brainstorm this.
Okay,
but sounds like you're on your way. Sounds like you're getting it going, and should be really exciting to see.
I'm hoping, yes. I'm hopeful. I'm very hopeful.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, let me give a moment to see if anybody wants to pop in suggestions or thoughts about a challenge. And let me just hop over to John meanwhile. How's it going, John?
Good, good. I have this new thing going on here. It's supposed to make me look more scholarly. Hopefully it's working.
Definitely working. Yep.
So, it took me a while to get my online program set up. I work as a speaker and a corporate trainer. And so I finally got it all built up, and it's like I built a cabin in the woods. Now it's like, okay, great. I have this great cabin here in the woods. Because mine is not, it's not really, so I'm working on marketing for all of the aspects that I have, whether it be speakers, speaking workshops, and the online program. I'm just wondering if there's some suggestions that you may have on just marketing, just letting people know that you're out there. My program is real simple. It's basically it's 8 modules. It basically, you can do it in one day if you wanted to, and it's all about customer service and how to elevate the customer experience. So it has a lot to do in the corporate world. My original thought was, as it trickled down from a speaking engagement to a workshop, to people who couldn't do the workshop could now do the online program, which covers all the stuff that I'm talking about. So it's kind of a reverse type funnel.
Yeah.
It goes from more expensive to cheaper.
Right. Yeah. No, that makes sense though.
Just I gotta stand on the rooftop and scream from there. Unfortunately, what happens is that I get a corporate job. I go off and I do that. I come back and I gotta pick up all my toys again and say, okay, where was I with this? So that's my recurring thing, right? So any thoughts?
Yeah, absolutely. Cool. Thanks for sharing that. And again, let me just open this up to anybody who wants to jump in, who has suggestions and what's worked for you as far as marketing. But given this is so focused around corporate customer service results, do you have contacts and leads you're able to get this in front of people who it could be helpful for?
Well, I think, for me, people talk about social media and all that. I think for what I'm reaching out for, LinkedIn is probably one of the best places.
Yeah, I would think. Yeah.
Unfortunately, what happens is that, a lot of the people that want to connect with you are people that want to sell you something. So I've just signed up with Navigator with LinkedIn and connecting that with Xpendi. But again, I have some learning to do to get it up to speed, to be able to reach out to different HR departments and stuff like that. And so those are the types of things that I'm doing at this point in time.
Yeah. And what's the outcome of the course? What are they going to get? What are they going to walk away with?
Hopefully they'll just be better people, right? So if you see, my book is called The EI Connection is a Key to Elevating the Experience. And originally it was really how to help people better connect with customers and each other. But it also is, a lot of examples that I have are in life, so it really just hopefully improves, particularly today with the whole, advance with AI, which AI is a tool. EI is a way of life. It's the human aspect of life. It's all about feelings and how do you make people feel without it being too, out there. It's pretty straightforward, practical. The book's about 99 pages, very small book, but it's to the point. I've done corporate training for 25 years, and I see what resonates with salespeople and with customer service and how to improve it here and there. And I've taken all that together with the 20 some years of my acting experience before that, which has to do with it has to do everything with emotions and how you can manage your emotions, observation, mirroring, all that kind of stuff. So hopefully you walk away with a better understanding of how to interact with other people. So,
yeah, that's awesome.
The college is also a market too. So once somebody read my book, they said, oh my God, every college kid coming out of school needs to, start thinking. It's not like one of those, you read it and you go, got it, I'm done. No, it's like, it's every day, every time you interact with anybody, whether it be your kids or in customer service, how we interact, on social, on this kind of Zoom thing, is how do we make that connection when we're not there in person? So
Right.
that's what they come away from, just being able to improve relationships.
To improve relationships. Yeah, that's awesome. This is so cool. I love what you're up to. And again, I want to just open this up if anybody has input. What I'm hearing, listening to you talk about it, like I love this stuff. I love everything you're sharing. I would, especially for selling this to corporate, how is this going to improve bottom line? What's going to happen as a result of the relationships being better? In other words, why does HR want to buy this? I think the
And I
more,
know, yeah, John is probably already doing this, but remembering my days in corporate America, we like data. We always wanted data. An organization that did this improved by X% in this area, so data is important really for most of the corporate leaders, but stories are important as well. And I'm sure from the clients that you've had already, John, there are a lot of good stories that you can modify so that it doesn't really tell anything that shouldn't be out in the public. How what you do improves customer service in another organization. It can be from the perspective of a customer service rep or an executive, but a story.
Doris, I totally appreciate what you're saying. Data is so I tried to use it in the sense of studies, what studies have been done, how important is emotional intelligence in the future, everything from, and I'll take quotes from different people. So it's not just coming from me, but I'll give my opinion on what I think about Sir Richard Branson, who talked about the value of IQ over EQ, over IQ, sorry, EQ over IQ.
yeah.
And so, yeah, 100%. And I just gotta, my bad is I've never had to market myself before, which is, I guess, is a good thing.
Yeah.
Now I gotta market myself, and it's like, okay, well, because I have no problem standing in front of being on a stage. I have no problem being on camera. Those are not my situations. My problem is just letting people know that it's there and it exists, and then doing a better job at marketing. And what happens is that with these courses that we create, we have these ideas, then we have to become course creators, then we have to become marketers, then we have to become IT people. Then we're like, I'm like a company of one right now, and I'll ask my son to help me, and he's useless, but no, he's not. He's wonderful, but he doesn't really want to help me. But you know what I mean? So it's a little bit of that. It's a little bit of wearing all these hats, and at what point do you wear this hat over that hat? And it's not really, unfortunately, you guys are not going to be able to solve my problem, but I wanted to be able to share it since I'm sitting here by myself.
Totally hear you. Totally hear you. And I'm so glad you shared this. I really think the biggest ROI for you as far as like needle moving and making this happen is going to be in real clarity about what people get in very concrete, specific pictures they can draw that you can go, oh, it looked like this and now it looked like this. And with your 25 years of experience, like you've got a lot to draw from. You know what they want. You know what an HR department wants and what the problems are. How does this solve those problems? And I think the big challenge especially in work that is in like the personal growth, or actually with a few things mentioned here, the consciousness, the spirituality, the personal growth world, it can get, and this is my work as well, we can get kind of really fluffy in general with it, and we don't want to laser it in on here's how your life is going to change, here's the bottom line results you're going to walk away with. And especially if you're bringing it to corporate, like, why should they pay for this? Like, cool, they're going to be a better person. That's awesome. What does that mean? How does that improve their bottom line? How does that improve the corporate culture? What are the very either measurable, or like Doris said, either the measurable or very picture drawing, but things you can point a finger at and be like, okay, this person was like this and now they're like this. Like those very specific outcomes are what make people buy, as opposed to it's going to make me a better person, even though ultimately that's kind of the bottom line of it all, right? And I mean, making, improving ourselves and being the person who we want to be is kind of at the heart of it all. But what does that actually mean? What does that look like in really concrete, specific terms? Like, that's what gets people to click a button and go, oh yeah, I can recognize that problem. I can see the path to the solution. Boom, I'm going to click and I'm going
Right.
to.
And you're 100% right in the sense that it can become, even when you talk about emotional intelligence in the corporate world, that kind of sounds a little foo-foo stuff, but that's changing. But you're 100% right in the sense of the clarity, because people will have, somebody recently said, what problem do you solve? Well, I can help you with customer service, and I can help you with profitability, and I can help with, which is not, I have to be able to say, I solved these 4 problems, period. That's what I solved. And that's what I have to just really, as you said before, laser focused on that.
I remember from back in the day, retention in a lot of the companies, retention of customers, all that. So those kind of factors are the ones that really are going to have most of the executives going, oh, they'll come back? Okay.
Well, I agree with you, Doris. And the other thing about today, and I think it really helps, because it's you have the external customer and you have the internal customer, right? So this really also helps with employee retention.
Yeah. Yep.
But because you're treating each other better, right? Especially today, because this younger generation, that's really what they want. They want to be happy at work.
Yep.
They want to be happy. When I grew up, I just said, go work. You just got to work and put a roof over your head and put food on the table. And somebody said recently was really brilliant, was that, like, our parents was all about, okay, getting a roof over your head and putting food on the table. So you just get a job and you're there for 40 years, right? And the next one was, okay, so now I've kind of solved that problem. I've grown up in that environment. Now I just want something a little bit, bit more specific into the areas that I'm interested in. And now it's really about some kind of balance between work and life.
Yeah.
If I can't get some kind of, I see it in, I have a 32-year-old and a 26-year-old, and I see it in them. One right now is off in Peru, searching for his spirit animal, and his wife is in Bali, because she's got burnt out by, a big corporation, and she's probably not going to go back to it. So corporations are really screwing themselves because they're not and that's not what this younger generation wants at all. So about how,
this is a problem to solve.
Yeah.
This is a problem you solve. Yeah.
Well, the tagline that comes to my mind as you talk is, your employees are your customers in a lot of corporations. And they've got the answers. If you just listen to your employees, you'll be a lot better off.
Yeah, no, 100%. Often the answers come from inside. Listen, I didn't want to take over the whole conversation here.
This has been a fantastic discussion. Yeah, let's, I want to make sure and get Kavita's question, whatever else, but this has been a great discussion. I think
in general, I think we probably all have a little bit of a situation, and it depends on how we're reaching out to people.
Yeah.
The marketing aspect of a lot of this seems to be, to me, the biggest challenge.
Yeah. I really think the more you can laser in on that clarity of what you're solving, because clearly you're solving a problem here. We just fleshed it out really beautifully, but the more you can laser it in, draw pictures of it. This is the problem. This is the solution. Here's the simple path. Boom, here's a course to solve that problem. The more specific that gets, and ideally, if you had a couple of examples of either case studies or statistics or just something real, like that the brain can grasp and go, oh yeah, look at how much Gen Z is abandoning the workplace and whatever all the problems are going, the more specifically you can spell it out, go, here's the problem, here's the solution, boom. And then you start talking about it, and then you just start sharing, and this is where your connections start to come in an organic way, and the person who knows somebody who is in HR can go, oh, I've got the solution to your very specific problem because I just heard John on social media talking about how that is exactly what he solves.
Right.
But
And
the more
that's
clear,
yeah, is posting this kind of a conversation, on LinkedIn, which is where I think my customers lie. And it's not always within my group, because everybody who's trying to connect with me is like, he's going to give, as a coach, he's a coach guy, he's going to give me a funnel, nobody's reaching out to me to how I can solve their problem, right? Everybody's reaching out to me to sell me something. I don't want to be that guy. I just want to be able to say, hey, listen, this is what I do, this is what I solve. And if it gets in front of the right people, I wouldn't be a pole marketer. I don't want to be a pushy guy.
yeah.
But all those things,
Wanna be
just
the lighthouse.
that is valuable. I need to post more general or more specific ideas of what I do on social media, for me being LinkedIn.
Yeah. And really narrow in that, like what they get out of it. If you haven't already taken beta people through the course, do that and get some testimonials and get them as specific as possible.
I haven't done that. I haven't taken anybody through the course.
I
And that's
would do
what to
that.
do, right? You just sign them up as a free or something.
Free, or I think ideally a discounted rate. People value stuff more when they pay something for it, but you can give them the actual rate and then say, as a beta participant, in exchange for feedback and testimonials, here's your invitation to join for fraction of the price when you do it now. So it's a limited time thing and they get to get this amazing offer.
See,
We'll
right
act on it.
there's something that's concrete that I can do.
Cool.
Thanks for that.
Awesome. Let us know how it goes.
Absolutely.
Excited. Cool. Kavita, what else you got? Did you find stuff?
Chuckling because I set the tone about all the possibilities and then the specifics.
Right. Yeah, same thing. Yep.
Yeah. Thank you, John. I just want to mention a little thing for John before I go into my question. So for me, my lens is always like, yes, this is the overview or the solution, and then there are some nuances. And I'm just going to say it in this way, maybe you can benefit from it. I on my opinion is that you can also mention some maybe discrete nuances that nobody else sees about the method or formula that you're offering, that where they can see even more value in what you're bringing to the table. Because I've recognized in the market that some people look at stuff and be like, yes, emotional intelligence, everybody's talking about that, same old, and they kind of take their perception or their experience and put it on your stuff, and your stuff is nothing like that because it's going much deeper, and then they kind of brush it aside, and that's why the point of having people pay a discounted price versus then free is also important, because you want them to value your stuff. If somebody's paying for it, at least they're giving some value towards it than just free, right? So for instance, in my business, I have a rule on that, like, my funnels are have a price tag, even if it's $1 or whatever it is, there's a price there, because I want people to come in with that sort of mindset versus, oh, here, this thing looks cool, I'll click on it, I'll sign up for it, and then I'll disappear. And, it's just another piece of clutter in my box. It's also why I chose this platform. I just don't want it to be just another course. I want it to be an experience, right? So that I spend the effort in building it out in a certain way. So just sharing that with you, like I think the younger generation too, a nuance can be, because they want that work-life balance, sometimes they may go to the extreme as well, and they throw the baby with the bathwater and thinking, oh, well, any obstacle is a bad obstacle, and if it shows up that way, I'll just get rid of it. So it's a balance between learning about resiliency and then sometimes like, no, this is not the thing. I don't need to effort myself into getting everything, but at the same time, I can't give up and be, well, if it's not easy, it's not right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no,
So
100%.
so you can talk to these things, because I think sometimes the younger generation doesn't have the foresight in their choices. They can understand from hindsight, but it's beautiful to learn from the older generation as well. understand their story, what they bring to the world, why it is you have the opportunity you have today because of these things, and this is how we can do it better as a younger generation, so it's
Absolutely.
bridging all those things.
Thank you. Which is, very true. I like particularly the idea of nuance, because yes, there's no shortage of about EI and tell you what that does, but everybody has their own nuanced idea of what that means. And so to get a little bit more specific into the way that I do it might be helpful.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
So my question for me, and I think to tie into your thing about LinkedIn, John, for me, I do want to use that forum feature that we have in Xperiencify.
Mhm.
And I noticed myself being a little bit hesitant. So
Mm.
maybe if you can walk me through, I don't know if you'd like me to share my screen and get into it now, or you want me to come back to it, but that's a general
Yeah.
topic. I want to talk. Okay.
Oh, did you
Let
say
me
you have
go
another
into it.
topic or?
No, I said that's where I'm going. So this
Okay, cool.
is
Yeah.
what I want to cover today. So I saw that you guys did this cool thing about tags where I can put a specific tag and get a person in here based on the tag. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
But I don't quite understand the whole mirroring piece. If you can just give me an example so my brain catches up on what you mean by this.
Yeah. So I believe what's going on here, and I'm gonna double check this and make sure as we're looking at it, but we've got the comment blocks underneath the trainings, right? So
Yes.
people can make comments underneath a specific training, but it can be really helpful to, rather than having those pieced all the way out, throughout the training, to just bring it all together in one spot. So if we are choosing mirror
That's
discussion of
awesome.
all training content, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you just want like only the comments from X training are going to show up here. The point here, I think, is just bringing it together to be a lot easier for people to go through, rather than, who's going to, go through training by training.
I think it's brilliant.
Follow a conversation.
Yes. So that's an awesome feature. Okay, so cool. I understand where I can have that control in that way. Is there a way, and I don't know if you've answered this before, but is there a way if I wanted to bring people in here directly, like how I would have a Facebook group, just bring them in here and have everybody here? Right. Maybe I'd have to do a tag for that as well. So maybe as a welcome tag, and then so that they stay here, but then they don't get into these other groups because the tag would filter them, correct?
Yes. So if you wanted a discussion section for everybody to welcome them, you would do that with a tag. You would set up the group to be for people with specific tags, and then everybody would get the tag. And then,
so how do they know that they get in here? Do I have to set up an email for them, or what happens?
You can set up a link, a navigation link in the top of your course that's called welcome, or you could even say start here or jump in here and say hello, could be literally the title of the link.
Okay. I just wanted to picture those pieces together so that I can use it.
Totally feel ya. I am doing the same. I gotcha. It's a lot of pieces. Yeah.
No problem. That works for me. I'll go ahead and start that. Thank you so much. Appreciate
You're
it.
so welcome. Does that feel good? Awesome. Hey, Sue, how's it going?
Good. Has everybody had a chance to ask their questions?
Yeah, looks like you are next.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, I was in another course. Actually my coaching call with EPM. Anyway, so one of the things that came out today is I've been working on my sales page and everything. And I've been selling my program, like Boost Your Athlete's Confidence. And this is, I've talked to you about this before, that I've got to sell to the parent, and they're going to get, in my Boost Your Athlete's Confidence, the parent gets a companion course. It's put in there as a bonus. So it would look like a big bonus. You know how Marissa wants big bonuses with her course material? Anyway, so, but you told me that we would have to, the parent would have to buy the companion course first. So their charge card, their email and everything went in like that. And then they would get a gift for the athlete course, would be a free gift that would show up inside their, the platform. And then the child would get a special link for their course. Do you remember telling me that?
I work with a lot of coaches. I'm probably going to need you to just give me the context and then the question again. And
Okay, so I've got I've got a course for kids,
Cool.
but the parent must buy the course for the kid.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now mine comes with a companion course for the parent, so the parent can kind of follow along what the kid's doing on their end. So
Okay.
they can, and there's like discussion questions, so they can keep the kid motivated. So you had suggested, because the kids don't have email addresses, that the parent should buy the parent course first with their email and charge, and then inside the platform, they'll be gifted, they'll get a free child course. And then that one, then it will generate the child course will generate a magic link to that course. The parent would have already gotten their magic link to their course. Do you recall telling me that was the only way to work it out?
That makes sense.
Sure.
So
Okay, so my question is, on everything on my sales pages, is the parent has been buying the kid course. And in my stuff that I've got all for Marissa's work, is that they are the parent program is a bonus. So what I'm thinking for them, I can't just then show up on the sales page and then I'm selling them the parent course. See what I'm saying? So I think I'm going to have to change my stuff around so they understand that they're going to buy the parent course and then they'll get the athlete course for free.
okay.
Is that, because, I'm working on my sales pages now inside. So when they click the button, they'll automatically, come into, the platform.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is, am I going to have to change all my sales pages to show that they're purchasing the parent course and then say that they're going to be gifted the athlete course? But what do other people do that have courses for kids that the parents are buying? What do you see them do?
I would ask in the Facebook group if you're looking for examples of what other people do specifically for kids courses, but I'm not clear what your question is about the sales page. You're asking me if you need to change the sales page copy?
Well, probably, because right now my sales page has the athlete course is like all over the place, and a bonus is the parent course.
Okay.
So it's going to be, then if they go to the checkout page and the parent is buying that bonus course, it's going to look strange. They're going to wonder, why am I just buying the bonus course? Like, where's my athlete course? I'm just wondering what's the best way to kind of show that.
I would put them both on the sales page. Be like, hey, you're getting this and you're getting this.
Okay. So just have it there, and then within XP, you guys will work out, or I'll work out, that they first get the magic link to the parent course and all that. Then once they go in, they can click, I think they have to click a button to open the athlete course.
If you are using the add to course action, let me drop a help doc in to show you exactly how.
If I do the add the course, that's how they got a different magic link, correct?
Yes. So I'm going to send
Okay.
you the doc right here. This is going to tell you how to set that up.
Okay, I think that's the one I wanted, because I didn't want the same magic link. I don't want the kids going there and finding out what the parents are learning, you know, and it's too much information. Just, you know, the kids only need access to the kids course, not theirs and the parent. So that's why I wanted them to have two different magic links.
Cool. Yep, you can do that.
And the parent can have two links. They can handle that. They can see what's going on in the kids and their own course.
Awesome.
Okay, great. I will modify those sales pages, and I just looked at your link of, yeah, how to add that course. And okay, yeah, it's been getting really confusing to market the parent, but it's the course is for the kid. You know, my sales copies had to change and everything. So
Or just put it both on there. I mean, they're getting all of it. That's what I would do. Cool. Thanks, Sue.
yeah.
Feel
Yeah.
good for now?
Thanks.
Feeling clear?
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. Heather.
Hi,
Hey, how's it going?
it's going good.
Good.
So my question is another kind of setup related in Xperiencify. I have 2 courses that I do give for free,
Okay.
but the order page requires you to put in credit card information. Well, actually, it used to require that you put in credit card information, and I just noticed that there's a change now, and you get a message that says, sorry, the course price is below Stripe's minimum amount, blah, 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 contact the,
Just take
course
the
holder.
price out entirely in step 2. Don't make it
Ah.
a 0 price. You need to exit out entirely. That'll
Oh,
take care
okay.
of that.
So if I leave that blank, then it'll just be click here to register.
Yeah, but you've got to actually X out the field for the price in step 2. You can't have a 0 in the box.
Okay,
Got to,
that
on the
what-
right-hand side, click the X that deletes the entire thing.
okay, so I'm on there right now, edit content,
In step 2, make sure.
step 2. Well, let me share my screen because I'm not sure
Yeah.
about step 2. So just hang on. There it is. So I went to the order form page and came here.
Okay, so you want to go out of here. You want to go back to your course dashboard, go all the way up.
Okay, all the way home.
You want to go to your admin dashboard. So it's probably on your
Okay.
other tab that you've got up there.
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
On the first tab. Yeah, there we go.
So go to my admin.
No, just go to step 2. You're already in the admin.
Oh.
Go back to courses.
Oh, I see that admin. Okay. Oh, I think I see this step.
Step 2. Yep. So open that.
Okay.
So if
Oh,
you
I
want to
see.
be free on the right-hand side, all the way to the right,
Okay.
all the way more.
Or hang on, let
Close
me
that out.
just minimize that. Oh, right here. Okay, I just remove this.
Yep.
Like so. Okay.
That'll allow you to give them an order form that does not ask for a credit card.
Oh, well, that was easy enough.
That help? That one easy?
Yes. I was looking at how can I change my form, all the rest of it. And it's like, okay, great. Perfect. Thank you.
Cool, yeah. What else? Was that it, or was
Well,
it?
that was it for now. And I want to get my next, I love all these changes that they're making, but similar to what that other gentleman was saying, when you're a one-person show, it's like, I've got to fit time in to make this. So I want to add the community next, because I haven't, some of my students have Facebook, which is great. Some of them don't. So I want to start getting the community set up so that people can do Facebook if they've got it, do both preferably. Then those who don't have Facebook can still get all the same posts that I put. And then hopefully over time, maybe Facebook will be used less and less and people will use the course more. We'll see. Yeah, so it's good. And then I still have to figure out tags and badges and all those things, but it just, as with everything, it just takes time.
And priorities. And we
Time
were
and
saying this
priorities.
in the very beginning, there's always going to be a million bells and whistles. So
I know.
you do the important things, get it out, get it selling.
Yep. That's
get
all
the
you can do.
results. Yeah. You can
All
keep
right.
it. Cool.
Well, that's the only question I had for now. Thank you.
Awesome. Yeah. Thanks, Heather. Great. All right. Did we get to everything? Anything else that we need to circle back to? We were going to, if anybody had tips for Angela about running a challenge, feel free to share. Anything else going on?
I have a question.
Yeah.
I heard Heather, you just mentioned something about sharing in your Facebook group and as well as Xperiencify. Is there maybe I don't know, I'm asking, is there a Zapier thing or any other tool that allows you to do it simultaneously, or do you just do it in two different spaces?
Post in Facebook and post in XP at the same
Mhm.
time. At the moment, to my knowledge, there's not a Zapier input tag. I'm blanking on the word I need right now.
Yeah. I
Would
understand.
make that happen. I would see it very likely that would come in the future. That's certainly going to be something people will want to do.
Yeah.
But right
Okay.
now, yeah, there's only like a handful of Zapier tags that will
Right.
do something. And I'm
Because I think that's an awesome idea to still have it go to Facebook, because some people are they're just doing that. But for me,
right.
I also want them to come into the forum, into the community here. So
Totally.
that's why I was asking about, how to build a community, because I want that to be
Mhm.
solid.
Yeah.
But I think it's good to acknowledge that, where people are at with their tech as well. So
Totally.
yeah.
Yeah, that would certainly be helpful to post in one and have it be able to post a few places.
And I'm imagining that the app will also have this forum, this community feature, so that again, people will choose that by default if they're opening the app. I'm just saying it would be a
Yeah.
cool thing with the courses and the the forum, and then they can just hear their thoughts easily as well. That would be awesome.
Totally. Yeah.
Yeah.
Completely agree. Yeah. Cool.
I just want to say that I missed the discussion about running a challenge. But there was something I did her, 5-day mini challenge. I didn't actually buy her course. Again, it was one of those that maybe someday. Marisa had originally sponsored it, and I'll put the Facebook link in the chat. And I was quite impressed with her, and I would have, taken her course on how to run a Facebook challenge. So that would be a starting point to, if you're interested in doing challenges. She teaches them, or at least she did. I'm assuming she does now. And what's her name? Oh, I don't remember her name. Anyway, and I'm not sure. Oh, it's a private group, but if you go check it out, you might be able to find some information. I just trying to figure out if I can find her name.
How long ago did Marissa run that challenge?
Marissa, it was one of those where she was a partner. If you buy the course, she gets credit. It was, what was her name?
Sage Levine just had one recently that
Yeah.
Marissa was promoting.
No, this was a couple of years ago. Oh, see if I can just find it. But she taught people how to run a challenge. Just see.
There's quite a few people teaching those now.
Is there? Okay, yeah. The Visibility Kickstarter was the name of the course. Oh, here we go. Alina Alina Vincent. Alina Vincent, that was her name.
Cool. So Angela, if you want to check out Alina Vincent and the Facebook group that Heather popped in the chat, there's some
Yeah, I'd be
ideas and
helpful.
inspiration on running challenges there.
Yeah,
Very
she
cool.
taught it. So.
Awesome. Cool. Anything else? Who's got a celebration? What can we celebrate you for? What have you guys accomplished? Heather, you're on my screen. What can we celebrate you for?
Well, I've got just trying to think. I've got my courses set up. I'm happy with them. I've got experiences running. I mean, learning the new block thing is another piece, but at least most of it is fine the way it is.
Yay.
I don't know anything. I love the course. It's easy to work with. And there's still so much to grow into as far as making it an experience for my students. So nothing specific, but it's all good. I'm enjoying the platform, and I certainly would not want to switch to any other platform.
Cool. So you got courses up. Yay.
Oh yeah.
That's
I took Marisa's course 3-4 years ago. And as a result of that, I learned about XP. So I've been on the platform now for about 4 years.
Yeah, I've seen you around for a while. Yeah.
Yeah, really enjoying it. Both the course was great, the EPM course was great, and Xperiencify is just amazing.
Yay. Oh, that's awesome. Thanks for sharing. Cool. What
I'll
else?
share a
can we celebrate?
celebration.
Yeah, go Kavita.
I think one of my previous calls with you, I was asking about the AI bot.
Yes, how's that going?
So it was so funny. So my daughter is 9 years old, and sometimes she wants to play with tech. So I allow her an XP platform and show her how to do things and so on. So she has her own login and shows up as if she was a client. And so I went into her program, her profile, and used the bot just to see how it goes. And my AI bot has a personality of its own. It's so funny. I'm like dying with laughter. I'm like, who is this person? I mean, I know AI is supposed to show empathy and to be pragmatic and so on, but it was like, because much of my content is based first on spiritual concepts and then how do you make that practical? It was almost as if I had a bit of a Zen master with the marketing person all combined in one. It was
That's
so
awesome.
funny. I was like, I think if my clients know that this bot exists, they will buy my course just to be entertained by this robot.
That's awesome. Very
It
cool.
was good. It was good. I'm like, can't even come up with these things. I have nothing to say. It's just gonna make me grin.
That is great. Oh, I love it. Very cool. Thanks, Kavita.
Well, I'll go.
Yeah, what can we celebrate?
Yeah,
you
I was
for?
just gonna say, well, I graduated from EPM with the graduation plus all the extra bonus things. So I just finished everything up. So now I can start focusing on getting stuff into XP.
Yay! That's huge. That's awesome. Congratulations.
It's hard. It's been hard to try to do them both at the same time because things on that end change all the time. You get reiterated, as she says. So I had to like stop. So now I'm back to now I can focus on XP now.
That's awesome. Very cool. Congratulations. Yay. Well, anything else before we wrap up? Araceli, you got anything you want to share? Great to have you guys all here and see you. It's always so cool to hear what's up and how it's going.
And it's every 2 weeks, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. We'll meet 2 weeks from today, which will be August 10th, and then August 24th, and then September 14th. After that, I'm going to switch it up for like a bit for a couple weeks because I will be out, but I'll have all that in the calendar and in the office hours doc.
And they're gonna stay at 3 now. They used to be at 4. So,
12 noon Pacific is
yeah,
the time.
okay.
Cool. All right. Thanks, you guys. Keep up the awesome work. Can't wait to hear. Let me know how it goes. I'm on the desk if you need anything.
Okay, thanks.
I'll see ya. Take care.
Thank you. Bye.